Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Yeah. It is my birthday, darling, September 28th. Yes. Okay. So, I turned 27 years old, 27 years young. Like I said on Facebook, make sure you guys follow me on Facebook if y'all already don't. Chase King will say on Facebook. I am definitely going to start to have anniversaries and not birthdays like Mariah. Because it's just like, it's your birthday. Like, I get it. We know. But it's my anniversary. Because I'm getting older, so I'm getting better. It's a celebration. Okay. So anyway, there was 2 episodes of Basketball Wives LA. So I'm gonna try my best to not make this video extra long because they gave us episode I believe 11 and 12 like back to back to back to back. A whole lot of Jackie, too much. Anyway, so let's get into the first episode. Okay, it's Jackie, Malaysia, and Tammy. They meet up I think at a clothing store or something. So they start talking, shooting the shit, running their mouth. So then we have Malaysia, she starts to talk and she basically says what she heard, what the tea was from Duffy, that basically Tammy disrespected her and was all up in her face and yada yada, which she was. So then Tammy explained her side of the story that Duffy, she didn't really say to Jackie and Malaysia what she did, Tammy. Um, she just explained basically what Duffy did and as to why she reacted the way that she reacted. But Tammy started the whole thing off wrong. Even though Duffy's skills and stuff was very lackluster, um, and Duffy pretty much didn't do shit. Tammy still didn't have a right to treat her the way that she did. I felt, as far as like putting her hands on her, she could have said what she had to say, but she could have handled that totally differently. But we're talking about Tammy, and so there you go. So Tammy tells the girl, she was just like, you know what? Duffy says to me, she was just like, you know what? She turns to my daughter and she says, I work with real artists and I was doing you a favor and all that kind of stuff. Now, I didn't necessarily see Duffy directly say that to Jazz, but she did say it. But did she directly say it to Jazz? Duffy, not trying to defend Betty Boop, but Betty Boop was very I guess in her defense, she was stunned. She was caught off guard. The girls were shipwrecked. Like Tammy came for her hard, and so for Tammy to just sit there and just act like Duffy having all this nasty stuff to say that she didn't have a reason to. It's just kind of when you mad when people come for you, you come for them. They coming for your jugular, you come for their jugular. So I mean, it is what it is. So they all walked off, and yada yada. There we go. Okay, so we have Jackie and Dougie, little Dougie. Dougie is Jackie and Doug's son. And it's this whole thing. Jackie's very protective over him. He's 15, and she's very protective over her son. I just said that twice. Chase, get your life. Um, and he has very long hair. She has an issue with him starting to cut his hair. She starts to ask him like about the birds and the bees, and what do you think about girls? And Jackie's crazy. She was just like, she's trying her best to keep him away from girls, and he was never interested in girls before. And pretty much he just says that he always says that his the basketball was his girlfriend. So Jackie was just like, okay. But he thinks that I'm gonna harm any girl that he brings around, and that's not true. I might just put some in her drink to give her diarrhea. I wouldn't really hurt her or some shit. Just craziness. He wants to cut his hair, like I said, and Jackie's just like, no, I don't want you to cut your hair. Your hair is your crown and glory. When you run down the court, your hair is slinging and flipping like a queen. And I just want you to just like get your life and not do that. Not meaning not cut your hair, because I grew it out on purpose for a reason. His hair is very long. And he was just like, "Look, I'm just over my hair. I've been wanting to cut my hair for the longest. Now I'm finally having the courage to say something to you about it, and I'm actually gonna go through with it." Jackie's not having it. She's just like, "Well, look, well, maybe if I put a relaxer in it." He was just like, "What? Are you crazy?" She was just like, "I use the one with no lye because it don't burn." Lunatic. I'll tell you this. The minute I start to take Jackie a little bit seriously on the show is when she talks to her other daughter. Oh, yes. Jacqueline Christie has 3 kids. But you just see light skinned kids on the show. You just see the kids by Doug, Chantal, and Lil Dougie. But you don't see she got a chocolate daughter too that you don't hear nothing from. But I think they fell out a long time ago about some. But she needs she don't just have 2 kids, she got 3 kids, and she really need to try to reconcile with her daughter. But her daughter's probably not for the bullshit, you know, that she's given. Chantel is all for the drama, clearly. Chantel is just like Jackie. And little Dougie, he's too young to know what the hell is going on. But that other daughter, which I think is older than the other 2, I'm sure she ain't up for her mama crazy antics. So, it is what it is. And that oldest daughter's not by Doug. So, FYI. Anyway, let's move on to Tammy, January, Shawnee, and I forgot the other white girl name. So anyway, Tammy and Shawnee, they decide to meet, and they each have a girl that they want each other to meet. Shawnee's girl. Okay, well, let's just get to January. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. January is trash. But she's honest about it, so I respect that. She knows that she's a thought, and she accepts that about herself. So if you accept yourself as being loose in the ass, then I accept you for knowing that you loose in the ass. You go, girl. You ain't coming to no functions that I have, except for maybe a cookout, and there ain't gonna be no old ass men there, and they're gonna be broke, so you won't try to holler at them. But other than that, I ain't gonna hang with you. I'm not going to the club with you, because if we come together, if we carpool, you ain't gonna do nothing but leave me. If you drive and go off with some dude and leave me there at the club, and I gotta find my own damn way home. January is that type. I guarantee you she's that type of chick. But anyway, Tammy friend is January, like I said, a thought. And Shawnee starts to question January, and she was just like, "January, who do you know in the group?" She was just like, "Oh, I don't know anybody really," but she was just like, "I kind of know the little angel, and she's still with such and such, her ex boyfriend, or her current boyfriend, or whatever." Y'all help me out in the comments with that. Um, but long story short, January once upon a time has slept with Angel Brink's man, the love of her life. And I think it was before Angel or after Angel, or while they was broken up or whatever. And Tammy was just like, "Oh shit, this is some new information. I didn't know that." Shawnee was just laughing, sitting there kikiing, and it was just like, this is crazy." So and then the other girl is just sitting over there chilling. The other girl is more bougie, the white girl. She's more bougie and, like Shawnee. And January is more outgoing and more ratchet, like Tammy. So they each have found a Caucasian girl that's just like them. Yes! Oh. But January is trash, 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 and it's shocking that Tammy will hang around somebody like this. Like Brandy said later on in the episode, it's shocking that you would bring somebody like this who's just messy and spilling everybody's tea. When you despise hoes. Ain't this what you call Evelyn? Bum bitch. Ain't this what you call Evelyn? You's a non-motherfucking factor, bitch. Pop. Ain't that's what happened? Okay, Tammy. Tammy's trying to bring mess to the show. As if she's not a big mess her own damn self. Anyway. Um so January is famous line, "Oh, I don't look for men, they look for me." Ooh, of course they do, dear. It's a fish market that's open 24/7. People love fish all around the world. Are you serious? Especially dudes they know is child. They got to hit up their homeboy and be like, "Yeah, I got this chick. She'll do anything. She'll do that shit for you. Feel me, Brett? Like, go on and get you some. I got some last week. Y'all know how dudes is. Anyway, Um, so yada 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 yada. Is there anything else that happened in this episode that was of importance? No. So let's just get straight to Jazz's video premiere. Tammy invited all the girls except for Duffy to Jazz's video premiere. Because Tammy's just strongly against Duffy and she just don't want to see her at all. I think that Tammy's handling this very um, unprofessional. Well, that's what Duffy is. She's handling it very just childish, immaturely, I feel. But whatever. So all the girls start to talk. Shauna introduced the girls to January and this and that. January instantly starts. She starts with Angel Love. She was just like, "Oh, hey, who are you, and what you do?" And basically asking her questions like, "How are you affiliated with basketball? And who's your man?" And yada yada. And Angel Love was just like, "Okay, I got a kid." And Angel Love kind of looking at Shawnee was just like, "This crazy that you asking those kind of very invasive questions." Actually, January tried Brandy as well because she said something about her man or her husband, or she slept with him too, or something. And Brandy had to bring Angel Love. Brandy had to take Malaysia outside. She's just like, "This bitch is messy. Who the hell is this?" So both Brandy and Malaysia got blonde hair now. I can't. Y'all know I used to have blonde hair, blonde box back in the day. Back in the day we were in love, we're not in love anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was in love again. If y'all look back in the archives, darling, the Chiiiiillleeee archives, darling. I used to have back when I used to do my R&B divas like Atlanta, I think LA Review, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, but way back in the day. Um, but it was my shade. It worked for me. These hoes need to find the blonde that works for them. You can be chocolate, dark skin, whatever, brown skin, and wear blonde hair, but you got to find the shade that works for you. They haven't found that yet. So anyway, they're outside talking, and it was just like, "Oh, this shit crazy, yada yada." So while Jackie's while Jazz's video is premiering to the world, while it's being shown on the screen, the girls are basically not paying attention and they're sitting there talking and shooting the shit, and they was just like, yeah. Jackie starts to talk to January, um and January says that she don't know the little angel personally. She never met her, but she know her man. And she was just like, "We fucked pretty much." And that's all Jackie needed, because Jackie was still heated at Angel Brinks, I guess, for how she came at her at the cookout where there was food. Shouts out to my boy spilling all the tea. So, um, they was just talking and talking, and so the video premiered. Didn't nobody say a word. Crickets. From what I can see, the video, you look cute. I'm not trying to shade nobody's child or nothing, because I would love to have my own video out there. So I'm not gonna go there with Miss Jazz, but I do think she's very talented for sure. Um, so they're talking and talking and talking. Um, all of a sudden, Jackie, she starts to be messy. She was just like, "You know what? I think we should introduce ourselves." So Jackie introduced herself in front of all the girls to January. She was just like, "I'm Jackie Christie. Um, I have some kids. And I like to have sex really hard." Shauna was just like, "Jackie, stop!" And I don't believe none of them. Me neither. Doug ain't fucking the hell out of Jackie. I guarantee you. Somebody's fucking the hell out of Doug. Remember earlier, you know. Anyway, like daddy, like son. Let me stop. Okay. Um. So all of a sudden, Jackie calls Angel Brinks over here there in her blue hair. She was just like, "Angel, introduce yourself." She was like, "I'm Angel Brinks. I got 2 kids. What is this about? You Jackie Christie. You got a fupa. What's up?" Um, and it was just like, okay. And then January just spills the tea. January was just like, "Look, Jackie just wanted me to tell you that I fucked your man." Oh, Angel Brinks was just like, "What?" And I was just like, "What?" I do appreciate the fact that January is very upfront, but she's gonna get her wig split really quick by being that way. Tammy explained later, she was just like, "That's kind of my fault because I told her to just be upfront with the girls and just tell the truth and yada yada." Um, And it's good that she does stand in her truth, but she needs to know that she's not going to make any friends with women. Especially if you're a known thought, a known whore, you're not going to get many. No, like their reputation is always going to be with you, sis. Even when you string your life up and get married and try to become all Christian, like you are still going to be known as the town hoe to some people. I mean, it is what it is. You can't get mad. That was your past, boo. You know, you moved on. You know, I'm just speaking in the future, y'all. You moved on. You've evolved. You've become a woman phenomenally. But the world is still gonna see you as that same thought, and you can't get mad, boo. So Angel Brinks, she gets mad. She directs it towards Jackie. She was just like, "How could you do this to me? This is crazy. I've never done anything to you. The way that you just did me, why would you do that?" And Jackie gets all mad. You need to direct your motherfucking attention to that motherfucker. I didn't make her say that. I didn't make her sleep with your son. And Jackie and her three necks was being mad and disrespectful. Angel Briggs ended up walking off, and I just felt so bad for her. I was just like, this is just so terrible to say that. Tammy also chimed in. She was just like, look, when they was arguing, she was just like, look, I did know about it, about her sleeping with your man. Angel Brinks was just like, did you know prior to this event? She was just like, yes, I did. But you know, that's just her MO. That's just what she do. You know, Tammy was just being messy and pretty much shading January to her face. But of course, ain't nobody gonna stand up to Tammy. So, you know, that was pretty much the end of that episode. Just a mess, a mess, a mess. Now, moving on to the next episode, we have Jackie in Malaysia. Jackie invites Malaysia with her to get a colonic. She didn't tell Malaysia, but Malaysia was tripping when she found out where the hell she was. So Jackie up there getting her colonic, you know, getting her thing stuck in her, and she's making all kind of noises, acting a fool. Malaysia was just like, I just can't deal with this shit. You know, I like to deal with my own shit and look at it and pick it up and, you know, measure it. But I can't deal with other people's shit. And I feel you on that, Malaysia. So they was talking and shooting the shit. Um, of course, they started to talk about the event and everything that happened. And Jackie was just like, "It's just crazy. Like I'm just a really good friend of Brinks, and she just always have to question my friendship with her because you're messy and you're drama." Jackie, you should. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I need for somebody to knock the shit out of Jackie Christie. So they're talking, and that was pretty much it. Jackie was just like, well, why are we friends if you don't get my loyalty, understand where I'm coming from, yada yada. She's such a witch. Later on in the episode, Jackie met up with Angel Brinks and they talked by the lake, down by the riverside, down by, oh yeah, study war no more, study war no more. Then Montel Jordan, no more. Then Eddie Levert, I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna let it come to my feet, let it go down to my toes. Anyway, y'all let me know what movie they came from. A mess. I know I messed up some of the words. But anyway, they're talking. Angel Brinks and Jackie shooting the shit, having their moment. Angel Brinks is just like, "You're my friend." She starts to cry. She knows she probably want to hit Jackie, but she knows she can't fight that big wildebeest, so she just starts to cry. And she was just like, "You're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to protect me." Jackie first sheds a few tears. Jackie was just like, "Well, you can't be mad at me and this and that." Angel Brinks said something very important. She said to Jacqueline, she was like, "I can tell that Doug very much so spoils you because you thought that I was supposed to call you." Jackie thought that Angel Brinks was supposed to call her, as if Angel Brinks disrespected Jackie when it was the other way around. That bitch crazy. Done with Jacqueline Christie. I would be just like that oldest daughter. I wouldn't even talk to her ass. She's a mess, a hot mess. And God bless Doug. God bless him. So Malaysia, Duffy, Bambi, they meet up for this little surfing course. These hoes are bored, as Malaysia say. Bored, 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 bored. They meet up and start to talk. Duffy pretty much explains to them everything. Malaysia, she voices her opinion, and Brandy voices their opinion. It was just like, well, look, she was just defending her pet, her seed, her cub, her child, her daughter. She was just defending her, and any kind of anger that came from Tammy was just basically her defending Tammy, in which I halfway agree. Y'all was gonna take up for your kids as you should, but Tammy was just out of line and a complete ratchet mess. Um, Jazz didn't show out, and this is her example. Her mother, who's sitting here showing out in front of her, it was just like, y'all know how Tammy is. Like, I get it in any normal situation, you're right, but this is Tamala Top Ramen Noodles Roman. Okay, she's been acting a fool since however long. She's been acting a fool since Basketball Wives Miami, which is the original Basketball Wives, when it was just called Basketball Wives, okay? Before y'all LA heifers even came. And I'm sure y'all know her and seen her in the past when she was beating men up, grown ass men up on the real world 20 plus years ago. So please, Tammy has a this is just who she is. Stop with the mother talk, please. I get it, but not for her. So anyway, they're talking, and you can tell that Malaysia is very much so on, more so on Tammy's side, I guess, because she got all them kids, versus Brandy, who's trying to see Duffy's point of view. Duffy starts to cry. She was just like, I'm a female DJ. I had to make it in this game on my own. And it was just so hard. Being a single mother, and I believed in myself, and I took all my money that I had in my account and I put it towards my dream and this and that. I was just like, okay, Duff, we see you. Um, so they was just like, look, you just need to talk to Jazz. At least clear things up with Jazz and talk to Jazz and see what's the tea on Jazz. And she was just like, I will do that. And I didn't mean to disrespect her crusty little girl dreams. I would never do that because I do think that she's talented. But it was just, she was put in that moment. Her mom was being very disrespectful, which Tammy was. But it's just Tammy, like I said. So, okay. So Doug, he's getting fitted and shit, and he has this little surprise for Jackie. Um, and they actually go on a date. And she's sitting there crying and acting a fool. He gives her some flowers, and she flowers, real one. Oh God, mm mm. That's a sickness. It got to be. But they're talking. And Doug actually decides to send her and the girls on a trip to Portugal, meaning VH1 sent the girls on a trip to Portugal. He ain't pay for all them damn hoes to go over there. Um, and they was just like, oh my gosh, it's just so crazy, yada yada. That's just wonderful. That's just amazing. So Duffy, she meets up with Lil Jazz. Lil Jazz comes alone, which is very brave of her. She's a strong young lady. I like her. I just don't like her hair. I don't like that big hair on her because she has such a small face and it's just so much hair. It's just like she needs like a more toned down look. I feel to suit her face. But anyway, it's just my opinion, whatever. But I do like her. She's a cute girl. She's talented for real. So they're talking, and Duffy was just like, "Look, my issues with your mom, and I never meant to disrespect you, but the way that your mom was coming for me." And Jazz stopped her right there, and she was just like, "Look, that's my mama, and she's not here to defend herself, so let's just not go there. Let's just talk about me. I just didn't appreciate the things that you said about me. I'm a tough girl. I've been at this since I was 14 years old. Many people have been telling me that I ain't gonna be shit or can't do it or whatever. So I get it, but I just didn't appreciate your comment as if you only mess with established artists. But everybody got to come from somewhere. You feel me?" I was just like, yes, Jazz. If I had a vagina, I might get wet by her talking. I was just like, yes, Jazz. But Jazz read Duffy in a nice way, and Duffy humbled herself, and she took it. She bet too before Tammy take a bat upside her head. And so I was just like, oh, that's just very sweet. So they kind of played a little basketball or whatever, and they apologized to each other. They gave each other a handshake, and so Duffy did. She did humble herself to be cool like that. So I do appreciate that. So good for Duffy, I guess. Okay, so we have Angel Love, um, Jackie and Tammy. They meet up, which is strange. The Angel Love was there with those two, but they're talking. They're basically at this herbal tea place. They have all kind of different teas that help with many things like fertilization, which Tammy's trying to get pregnant again. And just different teas for whatever uplifting your spirits. I think that's what Angel Love had. Jackie had something to get rid of her stomach gas tea. It was probably just damn Lipton girl or something. Some tea to make you shit. That's basically what all of it was. Is this shit going straight through you, all them herbs and shit. It's gonna stay in your stomach about 15 minutes. And you got to be on the toilet for 2 whole hours. Okay. But if you need to get cleaned out, do your thing. Shit, I know some earlier child. Let me tell you, no. But so they're talking, and Tammy explains to the girl. She was just like, you know what, Duffy did have a conversation with Jazz, in which I did appreciate. However, I ain't trying to fool with Duffy like that, and that really showed Tammy's immaturity, that she just can't sit down and have a conversation with her without getting ratchet. She was just like, she was pretty much like, well, that's Jazz, and the main thing, they cleared it up with my daughter, and that was cool, but I'm still not fucking with her. So how long you gonna be mad exactly, Tammy? Tammy's one of those people that take shit to her grave. Like, it's just mad forever. She was just like, I can forget you real quick, but I can't forgive. So the next time you see people that done piss you off, you just gonna go up and hit them in their face. The issue with Tammy is that she ain't got her ass whooped enough. Because she even said in this episode, she was just like, I've been beating bitches ass for a long time. But I'm trying to change and yada yada. No, you're not trying to change. You're gonna be 50 and still bragging about beating people up in the middle of the street. Get your life, Tammy. Hair hat, top, ramen noodles, Roman. Okay, a mess. And I like Tammy. Somewhat. I do. I think Tammy's funny. She's good for these shows, and she has some good one-liners. And she is a real person, but she's just too over the top. You just don't know what you're gonna get from her. One minute you talking to her and she cool, and next minute she's trying to fight you. Same with Jackie. So it's just like, I can't. So they're talking, and Angel Love is just pretty much just sitting there, just taking in all the tea, trying to be cool, because she know Tammy crazy, she'll kill her, and she know Jackie crazy, and she'll kill her. So Angel Love is just sitting there chilling. I'll be just like Angel Love, not because I'm scared, but because I'm smart, and I know what these women would do with certain information. So I'm just gonna sit there and not give my opinion. Cause if it ain't you, don't say shit. It ain't your business. Let them other rats run back and forth and nibble at each other. That ain't you. Sit there pretty like you are, Angel Love. I'm in love with Angel Love. I'm in love under new management. I'm in love under new management. Doo doo doo. Come on, Mickey Howard. So, um, they're talking and shooting the shit. My favorite words. And that's pretty much the end of that scene. So last scene was like, it was Tammy, Jackie, and Brandy. They all sit down. It's so funny that all of these girls are starting to kinda, sorta intermingle with each other, except for Angel Love and Duffy, with them two just being by themselves, and except for Shawnee and the other girls. And like Shawnee and Brandy intermingling. So I think slowly but surely they're all starting to, like, I guess, get back in the fold and get along. But it's just always gonna be drama in between them. Especially when they all 6 or 7 of them get together. Just the fool. So they're talking. Jackie tells the girls that Doug signed up. Doug, VH1 got them okay. VH1 got them a trip to Portugal. And Tammy was just like, "Oh my gosh, it's just so amazing! It was so funny." Jackie put on a scarf, and she was just like, "Let y'all guess where we going." And she was just like, "We're going to Islam." I fucking hollered. That's kind of what I thought too, Tammy. But they're going to Portugal, and Tammy was just like, "Well, who all going?" And Jackie was just like, "Well, everybody, the girls." She was just like, "Brandy, Shawnee, Malaysia, Duffy. Tammy was just like, hold it, hold it. I don't think I want to go. And Jackie was just like, oh my gosh, you have to come and this and that. So we'll see. And obviously, Tammy ended up going on the trip with the girls, because we saw her. And of course, Duffy's going to be there as well. And of course, that is the big scene that we've been seeing since the beginning of them two getting into a fight. So the Basketball Wives days are numbered to the season finale, and I'm actually excited about it. So that was the end of this episode. I actually did well because sometimes um my just one episode reviews be this long. So I actually did pretty good to squeeze two whole episodes in there. Yay me! But you guys, it's my birthday. I'm working on my birthday, unfortunately. I really don't have anything to do. So yeah. Anyway, 27 and holding. My goal is to make it to 110. Y'all pray for me. All right. Mr. Chilaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's King's World on Twitter, at It's King's World on Instagram. Chase King was here on Facebook, at It's King's World 89 on Snapchat. Make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat. Yes! All right, I love you guys so much. I really do.